Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Sounds very negative, but sometimes it's just when you're new, when you start something, you have never done that before, but you really want to do it. How do you start when everybody expects you to have experience? So that's a hard situation to be in. So where do you start? And I would say, go move. Do something. Don't wait for others. Nobody's going to ask you to do stuff. In 2007, I had no clue how to get on a global stage. I started a community of creatives, and I organized these things called unconferences. But it was really difficult to get business. I started Design Thinkers, and design thinking at the time didn't really exist, and service design didn't really exist. And but at one point, because of Twitter, I did have a growing group of friends around the world, and Twitter was still this positive thing. I told people on Twitter, like, I'm going to be going to New York City to organize this unconference, because I did kind of organize these unconferences, which basically were just a bunch of people joining at a bar and having a nice conversation or something. And anyway, so that too was sort of like, it sounded bigger or better or more, I don't know, interesting than it really was. Just a bunch of people talking about service design and design thinking. Anyway, so I said that on Twitter that I was going to do that in New York City, because I knew that if you want to kind of make a name for yourself, especially in a country like the Netherlands, or probably anywhere really, but in the Netherlands, if you've done something in another country, you're more interesting. And if you've done something in New York City, I mean, you must be amazing and cool and all that, because that's so exotic to us. It's a cliche, but like most cliches, or all cliches really, there's a truth to it. So anyway, I said that on Twitter, and there's someone from Parsons New School then responded and said, and I knew this, I still know that person, hey, Arne, when are you going to be organizing that unconference? Because we have this strategic session at Parsons New School about strategic design, and we're gathering a group of people, and maybe you can join. And I said, when is that session scheduled? And I can't remember, it was somewhere in the winter. And I said, well, what do you know? What a surprise and coincidence, really. So yeah, I booked my plane ticket, and I went to New York City. I was at the meeting, and I really prepared, and I found myself in a room with lots of my heroes, like Bruce Nussbaum and Roger Martin, and but I prepared really well. And Bruce wrote a blog post the next day after that meeting, quoting what I said. And he had a big name in the world of design thinking. And that changed a lot, because when I went back to the Netherlands, I was invited to speak at a conference, which is exactly what I wanted. By the way, it's the only thing I really did. I did do an unconference. I did kind of organize something, but there was a snow blizzard and the whole city kind of shut down. Anyway, what I'm saying is, you have to start, if you want to do something, if you want to do something new, or you want to kind of whatever you want to do, don't wait for other people to give you permission. Go and move and do stuff. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Create your own project. Create your own communities. Go and do something. Stop waiting.